Hello, and welcome to my Nintendo Switch Pro Controller review. Well, because I got one recently. Alright. Here. So, it looks like a standard controller, more like an Xbox controller. It's pretty good. It has a really good D-pad. I use this when I play the SNES and NES games on the Switch Online thing. This is the other joystick, and it has the 4 main buttons on the front and the amiibo reader on the middle. The buttons are really big, and they also stack up really high. You see that? But I think that's a good part because it feels better. But yeah. And then on the top, they got you got the sync button, the USB charging port, and the charging LED. It'll turn on when it's charging, but it'll turn off when it's done charging. If it's on the charger, and it won't show up at all if it's not connected to it. Here are the shoulder buttons. They're pretty good. They're not analog in any way. I think it's so they can match up with the Joy-Cons, because those aren't analog at all because of their size. But I think that's just kind of lazy though. But that's just only my opinion. The controller itself is actually see-through. You can't really catch it up on camera, or a little bit, but it's actually see-through, and you can see like a little bit of the internal parts. On the bottom, we have the little, I think the player indicator. And so right now it's player 1 because it's the only controller connected. But if there's another controller connected, like my Joy-Cons, it'll be player 2 or player 3, and so on and so forth. It has these grips on the end. It doesn't really, it feels like they do a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really. But it definitely makes it feel like you're doing better, or feel like I don't know how to put it, but you know. But also, I think it has the same type of battery as the 3DS and the Wii U Pro Controller, so that way if your battery ever gets messed up or, you know, broken, you could just unscrew these and pry it open, and then get a battery from those, and then stick it in there, then unscrew it back. So yeah, you got the capture button and the home button. There is a LED in the home button. I'm not sure if Nintendo has enabled it yet, because if you were able to get notifications on the Switch, then this should pop up on the controller. It'll be a blue LED. You can see it in the sun because of the UV rays. I think it's because of the UV rays or something like that. I don't know. You can see it in the sun, but other than that, the LED is not used. But yeah, it was a really good controller. I think it's one of the best controllers Nintendo's put out in like ever. I think it's better than the GameCube controller, because I use this for like everything except maybe Smash, but even then I still use this sometimes more. And yeah, if you're ever wanting a controller, then you should get this. But it is $60 or $70. I got this for $60 at Walmart. So the price is somewhat dropping, but only in retail stores. If you're trying to get this online, then you'll probably have to buy it full price. But yeah, this is a really good controller. Highly recommend.